In this training video, we'll be discussing how to add an employee first name to a printing template. The example template I'm going to be changing is the Prep All-in-One template, but you can use the same technique for adding an employee name to any of the ticket templates in Point of Success. We're in the Office Manager program in the Report Center. On the left-hand side, I've selected the Receipts category and then the Prep All-in-One template for the plain paper printer. Right-click on that template, choose Edit. The system will tell you that it's making a copy of this report. You'll be working on the copy. Say OK. First thing we want to do is do a file and save as so we can know what we're working on here. The item name is Prep All-in-One plain paper, and I'm going to replace this one with employee first name so I know what the template does. Since we're changing the way that the data query works, we need to go to the Data tab. A database query is the tool that we use in the Report Designer to bring information from one of the database tables in Point of Success. This area in the program is called the Data Workspace, and these windows that you see here are called Data Views. We have the Prep Data, Company, Program Options, and Rep Message data views. Each of these is a database query that retrieves information out of a Point of Success data file. The query we're going to be working on is the Prep Data query. Two ways to bring up the Query Designer window for the Prep Data query. One way is to click a tool in the toolbar here at the top of the Prep Data window, the Data View window, or we can right-click in the middle of this and then choose Tables. And now the Query Designer window opens. You can see under Selected Tables we have Order, Order Items, and Product. The employee first name is contained in the Staff data table, so we need to add the Staff table to our database query. So let's go up under Available Tables at the top and double-click the Staff table to add it to the Selected Tables list in our Query Designer. The database in Point of Success is called a relational database, and really in any program like Point of Success, that's the type of database you'll have. So we need to define the relationship between the Staff table and the primary table in our data query, which is the Order table. In order to do that, let's click in the Join Type column, and this button with the 3 periods or ellipses appears here, so click that to bring up the Join Table window. We can see that the current joined fields or data relationship is the code field in the Staff table is equal to the user code in the product table. That is not correct. We need to relate this, the Staff table to the Order table. So let's change the joined Staff table with to the Order table, which removes the joined fields relationship here. The field in the Order table that we need to relate the Staff code to is the Server field. So we click Server under Order fields and Code under Staff fields, and then click Add to add the relationship for these tables. So we can see that the code field in the Staff table now is equal to the Server field in the Order table, and we'll click OK to save this relationship. The next step in the Query Designer is to go to the Fields tab, and because we're trying to get the Staff first name field, you can look down here under the selected fields and we don't have that field available. So what we need to do is bring that field out of the Staff table and add it to our selected fields so it's available for the report. You can see that under available fields they're organized by the table they're in. For example, the customer code in the Order table. Go down here, Order Items table, and here's the Product table, and finally the table that we want, which is the Staff table. So what we're going to do, the Staff first name field, double click that to add it to the selected fields list, and I'll show you now that it's on this list. So now our Staff first name field is available for our report. Click OK to save this change in the Prep Data query, and then we'll go on to putting this on the report. We're finished now in the Data Workspace, so let's click the Design column at the top of the screen to go back to the Visual Designer. Now let's scroll to the area of the report where we'll find the staff information. You can see here we have cashier and then user code. User code is a field out of the database, so all we have to do to change what appears in this spot on the printed report is rather than user code, we'll choose first name. So you scroll up the list, they're in alphabetical order, choose first name. The cashier is not necessarily who this was, so we'll change cashier. This, by the way, is a label component. So when we click this, you'll see up in the toolbar it says cashier. We want to change this to server. We're all finished with the change now. We have the server label and the staff first name field, so we'll click File and Save to save the changes we've made so far. We're finished now in the Report Designer, so let's click the X in the upper right corner to close the Report Designer. And we've made the change in the printing template, and you can see that now in this list. We need to assign this as a prep template so it will work properly in Point of Success when you're printing this item. So let's go to the Tools tab, the lower right corner, to select Printing Templates. And now for Preparation Ticket 1, let's drop down this list and choose Prep All-in-One with Employee First Name. And now the next time that a prep ticket is printed for Prep Location 1, it will print our newly edited Prep All-in-One ticket with the staff first name.